Hey guys, the Langbanger here. This is my first intro to Magic the Gathering video segment, I guess. Not exactly sure how many I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to see how this first one goes, see if you guys feel the information is informative, and, I can just make more. And, if I don't get positive, feedback, then, I'm not sure, maybe I'll do it sometime, but, not having a rush on it. But anyways, I'm going to tell you guys now. Most of the info I'm going to tell you, it's for beginners. I mean, that's what the segment is called. So if you guys are, really experienced, maybe you guys travel to big events all the time and stuff like that. I mean, these sort of videos aren't going to be for you. I mean, I'm no expert in the game. I'm not going to, have a bunch of secrets on, how to, do really well at events and stuff like that. I'm helping you guys getting into the game. Maybe you guys are transitioning from one game to another. Maybe you guys just, want a second game to play or something like that. Like I myself, my main game is Yu-Gi-Oh! So, just stuff like that. But anyways, this video, I'm going to be telling you guys the ups and downs of the game, at least from what I saw. Keep in mind, what I saw. You guys may feel different. That's fine. And post comments down below. I want to know how you guys feel. Now, some of the ups to the game. There's not that many young players. Now, some of you guys may like it, some of you guys may not, but I personally think that's awesome just because people are more mature. Like, you don't want to have a bunch of little kids, just being idiots, I guess, at, your shop or something like that. So I personally think that is a huge plus. Now, age groups, I would say maybe like 18 to whatever. Like I've seen 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and so on. I mean, majority are like 25 to 30, I would guess. So, that's definitely a big plus. Your card values do not get crushed via reprints. I personally think that's awesome. I think if you're going to be spending money in a game, then, you shouldn't get crushed for your investment. It's okay if a card gets reprinted. Now, there's always core sets and stuff like that. Cards get reprinted all the time, and you never see a card tanking in value. Like if a card's like 30 bucks and there's another reprint, it might go down 25 bucks or something like that. I mean, that's really nothing if you think about it. So if you do choose to get into this game, you're definitely not going to get crushed, playing-wise. The next thing, any deck can win. I'm not exactly saying like a big event like a Star City Games Open or, a PTQ, just stuff like that, or a Grand Prix. I'm sorry, that was a Yu-Gi-Oh term. But, in local play, if you're able to build a deck correctly and if you know how to side deck properly, then you should at least have decent success. The game is cheap to play. If you just want to have a deck, there's so many decks that you can build. So many decks can win to an extent. It just depends on how serious you want to get into the game. How serious maybe your local is. Like maybe there's a bunch of people there that do travel to big events. Then maybe you do have to drop a little bit more money. So now the downs. Oh, also, I'm sorry. The big up. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to write that on my sheet of paper. The big upside to the game, which I think is the best. Like I said, I'm mainly a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm sure most of the guys watching this video, maybe you guys were too because, whatever. But the big thing, there aren't that many thieves in the game, and that's amazing. I keep using this as a reference, but I think it's simply amazing. I went to Magic the Gathering States. I live in Pennsylvania. I went there, I think I was in like November, maybe October, maybe even September. I'm sorry, I forget. But anyways, tons of people just left their bags laying around, left their binders sitting around. They would like run to the bathroom real quick or like go and get a pop, come back. Everything was fine. In other games, I see a lot of stealing, and it's ridiculous. Like, I hate that. Now, I'm not saying, like, you should be able to just keep your stuff laying, like, on a table, but you know what I mean. It's just so wrong that, people choose to do that, and I just don't understand why. But, I mean, obviously the money, but it's like, I don't know, like, I could never do that to anyone. But, anyways, now the downs. The lack of big events. Maybe more so in your area. There are events you can fly to, but, it may not be really close to you, so you would have to fly. you know, drop a lot of money on gas. You know, you would have to make sure that you have a lot of people in your car to go to these sort of things. It's very hard to sell cards, so I wouldn't even suggest having a binder. Personally, like for me, I mean, in Yu-Gi-Oh, main thing for me is to like make money, you know, that's how I get by. I mean, I don't have a job or anything like that. But in something like Magic, I picked the game up because I am a competitive player. I wanted to have a game that I could go to where, you know, if you played the most and, you know, stuff like that, then you would do well. But, you know, it's just not worth having a book, at least in my eyes. If you guys, you know, have a decent shop around you or something like that, that's fine. But I see so many online vendors that, you know, sell, let's say, Snapcaster Mage for 20 bucks, but they're only offering 9 bucks to buy your copy off yourself. So I mean, that's just really bad to me. So I would highly suggest, if you guys want to get into this game, I would just buy the single cards for your deck, and that's it. And even if you're talking like the trading aspect, like I had a really good Magic the Gathering book. I recently got rid of it just because it really upset me that I wasn't able to get the cards that I wanted. Like my front page was like a set of Snapcaster Mages, a few were foil, Liliana of the Veils. I mean, I had all the good stuff. I had a set of Batter Skulls, a set of Inkmoths, Inkmoth Nexuses, and just stuff like that. And I wasn't able to, let's say, find a 4th Primeval Titan. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, there's so much stuff in my book that's easily worth a Primeval Titan. Like, but, you know, people were just after certain few cards, and that's it. People don't trade just to trade, and I think that's a huge downside. And like I said, making money is hard to do in the game, so if you want to get into the game and you're looking to make money, that's a big no-no. So that's all I have for you for the first video. My next one will be on what sort of decks there are. I'll go over each color and, you know, their pros and cons if I think of those. And that's really all I have for you. So let me know what you guys think of this video. I'm sorry if it was lengthy or whatever. It's just, you know, I wasn't exactly sure how to start these videos. So just let me know what you guys think of it down below. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.